So I think I may have a queen on the underside of the bottom board of this hive. It's one of the negative attributes of screened bottom boards. The queen comes out once, she goes out on a mating flight, and when she's coming back, the pheromones are so strong under the hive because of the screen open down there. Sometimes she'll end up going under rather than in these little holes. And my hallway entrances make it a little more difficult too for her to find the opening, but that's just the way I have to run my apiary to keep all my hives safe. So if you look under here, you can see I've got quite a few bees under here. And my concern is the queen might have come back from a mating flight and she's underneath there. So I'll show you how I deal with this. They did swarm on the 20th, and then I had a second small swarm on the 27th. So I think they're done. It's time for me to go in this hive and get those bees out from underneath there and get them back in the hive. So see if I can show this to you how I do it. So I haven't smoked them yet. I'm gonna put a little smoke on because I'm gonna disassemble this whole hive. This orange means there's no laying queen in there. So I'm just gonna start popping this hive apart. These supers, I'm gonna try to do both of them. I don't know how heavy they are yet. We'll find out. Oh yeah, they're getting pretty heavy, but they're not too bad. All right. Bees are pretty nice and gentle. That's what I like. They don't even know I'm in here yet. Now this box is heavy. This box has honey in it. And then we'll pop this last one off. Notice I'm not bending down when I pick these hives. I'm going right from here to here. And I have anti-squish on all these, so any bees that crawl underneath. Oh yeah, look at these bees. I'll take a look at these guys. There's a bunch of bees in this hive. So what I'm gonna do next, I should have got another. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get another slatted rack real quick. That way I can take this whole thing off without disturbing the bees. I'll be right back. Hang on. That's the nice thing about having my shipping containers real close. I can just quickly pull out a brand new Chesapeake hive screen bottom board. So what I'm gonna do with these bees, I'm gonna take every one of them. I'm just gonna leave them right here though. I'm gonna carefully move these bees over without disturbing them onto here. Now, I can drop in one of my new Ultra Deck screens, and I have this hermetically sealed, so the bees can't go back under there. I'll leave this here for a couple days. That way they'll get used to not going back under there, and I can take this IPM board back off. So next thing I'll do is pop this on. And I got a bunch of field bees coming back saying, "What in the world is going on?" Their new entrance reducer in. I like to get all this stuff lined up. Put her first hive body on, which is this one. This is the lower one. It's not near as heavy as the other one. And just so I don't squish a bunch of bees, because they're up here on this drone brood that they put in between, I'm gonna smoke them off just a little bit. I can get this drone spur comb off of here, because if I don't, when I put that second deep on, I'll smush all these bees because they won't get out of the way. My smoke, I just lit this smoker and it's not up to par yet. So a bunch of drone brood. I can take a look at this for mites. Just gonna get some of these bigger ones off. And then we'll be able to put the second deep on. And I'm between rain showers. it's starting to rain right now. So this is heavy. They've been putting some honey in that one. Now they got a brand new bottom board, and we can put, actually what we're gonna do now is, I need to cover this, I got rain coming. I'm gonna look in here, I'm gonna find this queen. So I doubt she's on this IPM board. So I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm not gonna stir a bunch of bees up right now. This is the cool thing about these slatted racks. Look at how many bees can just hang out on the slatted rack. And these are field bees primarily, because it's raining. They're all in the hive, right? And none of them are mean. So these field bees are down here rather than being in the hive where the brood is and where the worker, the nurse bees are. So they're not bothering the nurse bees, they're happy. And what that does is this makes your hive appear bigger so it's less crowded. The nurse bees aren't crowded. They don't think, we don't need to swarm. They don't know that all their field bees are hanging out down here. So that's something you need to think about. Slatted racks, every single hive, even my little baby nukes. So what I'm gonna do now is take this, you probably can't see this, but I'm gonna take the entrance reducer off. That's all they had was 3 little tunnels in this huge hive. That's enough. All right, so now I'm gonna flip this upside down. I'm gonna look for a queen in here. And if I see her, I'm gonna put her in the hive. Now I could just dump them, but I'd like to, it'd be kind of neat if I could find her just to kind of show you guys. But they're in this screen, so they're not going anywhere. I can kind of roll them around. They're not getting upset. They don't know. They're just kind of rolling. I'm looking for the queen. And I don't see the queen. It's possible she's not under here. She was under here at one time, and they got down in here and they just won't leave. So, but the sun's coming back out, so I think I have some time. It's kind of raining with the sun out at the same time. I do not see a queen in here. So at this point, I'm just going to put this hive back together. There's just a bunch of bees on there. This hive's already swarmed twice. Ha, that's how many bees I still have in here. So let me see. I think I'll let them fly in. I'm gonna go ahead and put this hive all the way back together. And these bees will fly back into the hive. They're not gonna go in the bottom now because the bottom's sealed off. Put the weight on. Anyway, if there was a queen in here, I would just grab her and put her in the hive, and this hive would be done. These bees will fly back in, but I'm not seeing a queen. If she's anywhere, she might be up in this corner, which I can have a little bit better look. I'll just grab this little stick right here, and I'm just gonna kind of poke around in here a little bit, but I'm definitely not seeing her. A lot of times those queens will try to sneak down in these little corners and hide, you know. They'll find a little nookie place to hide, and that's where they'll be. If you see her on here, sometimes you can see them in the video, even though you don't see them in real life. You look at the video later and like, dang, there she is. But I don't see her. I just want to make sure if she's on here, she does get back in the hive. But you can see these bees are really nice. There's no bees that are coming after me. I really didn't give them much smoke. These guys have a lot more doors because I gave them a few more doors because they're bigger. But I doubt there's a queen here. She wouldn't be there. If she was stuck, she'd be stuck on the bottom side here. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how I do that. I try not to shake bees and get them all over the place because then you're stepping on them and they start getting angry. Just kind of leave them be. Let them do what they want. They know where their hive is. They know how to get back in there. If I set these guys out in front of the hive, come back an hour later, they'll all be going off that board and they'll be back in the hive. So that's something, you know, actually I could do. I could just set that a few feet out here. They're trying to go back under because that's where they came from, but they're not going to get under there now. So, and after a day or two, maybe 2 or 3 days, I'll go ahead and take that back out because at that point they'll learn that, you know, they can't get under there and it'll correct itself. So these guys will hang out here and I'll look through the queen a little bit more, but that's it. I'm just going to shut this off because I'm already 10 minutes in.